Right, there we go. Let's make sure everything is up and running on my end. Hopefully it is. Check our audio and our video settings and all this. There we go. Yay! We have audio and we have video, my friends. We are doing very, very well today. So, my friends, how the hell is everybody? Hope everybody is safe and well. Welcome back, my friends. Bit of a impromptu, unscheduled or scheduled stream. Excuse me. I probably won't stay too long. I know we might go an hour or something like that. Basically, my friends, we're going to be taking a look at a mod. So some of you may be aware of Connect Modding. They do have official mods on the mod hub. They're a Brazilian modding team. They have a lot of licensed brands, you know, Brazilian brands and that type of thing. So they have like Pickin or Pitchin and Jacto and Mandaco, that type. So basically, they have a lot of excuse me. They have a lot of South American or more specifically Brazilian brands. So I was perusing their website recently, and you know, just going over some of the stuff that they have available, and I came across one of their mods that that basically wasn't on the mod hub. It's a PC only mod. So I was wondering, you know, why it wasn't on the mod hub. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at that mod and just kind of go over it and see what it looks like and that type of thing, you know. So just give me a second there, my friends. I need to clear some frogs out of my throat here. Excuse me. I do apologize. I try not to cough on stream. So do you want to take a quick look at the latest build of the Fendt Katana here? So on the MyGameSteam website, mods.mygamesteam.com, we have the official public release version of the Fendt Katana version 1.2. I have privately been working on version 1.3, and it's going through various beta states and beta builds and stuff like that. So the current beta build is 1.209. We've added some little things, but in my opinion, there isn't enough there yet to warrant a full public release. So excuse me. So we're gonna have to add more stuff basically. But one of the new things that we have added in this particular build of the mod here, we have some new custom paint jobs or skins. So as you can see here, my friends, we have a very, very nice kind of a leaf type paint job here, right? And it's one of a number of skinned or paint jobs on this thing. So we have the Katana 850 here. Okay, it's a heavily modified version of the base game Harvester. Getting up to the bottom here, we have special edition paint jobs. So we have okay. We have design 1, so this is kind of what we've been shipping the mod with since version 1.0. So this is based on the real world. Fendt have actually they have a limited edition version of the 650 and the 850 with this particular paint job, skin job, you know. So there's very, very few of these in the real world. So for example, I believe the 850 version, there's only maybe like 2 that are out in the public sphere with this paint job, and not so many even with the 650 version. Just 1 second there, guys. So what we've done here, my friends, is we basically added a couple more shop options for the special edition paint. So we have this kind of green, kind of leafy type design here. All right. I think it suits the tractor, you know. And then we have this one, which is kind of an autumn leaves design. All right. So that's what that one looks like. I've added some. Well, my GameSteam has added some new options, but basically the Kemper 400F here, we've added some new shop options to this particular piece of equipment here. We have a new wing design option. So basically, in version 1.2, by default, your front bumper area here would look like this, right? So that's the way it came. But what we've done is we've added this now as a shop option. So you have design 1, you have design 2, and this is a brand new option that my game's added today, which is design 3. So this this thing here, this design is actually part of the Farming Simulator 19 base game Kemper 390. I actually wasn't aware of that until I started looking at some of the base game files from FS19. So once I saw this, I said, you know, I think we can actually make this a new kind of shop option for the Kemper 400F here, and that's what we have. So we have this new kind of option here. All right. So you can change the kind of the design up here as well if you go up to this section here. So you can actually change the pattern here, kind of a orange and yellow, or yellow and black, and then red and white, that type of thing. So you get some shop options, but all the other kind of shop options are pretty much the same. There's nothing really new. So this is, you know, the new kind of shop option design. I have added so I've made some slight adjustments to the Lizard HD700. I made some adjustments in terms of the placement of. So I've got a couple of workers working away here. I made some adjustments basically to the reflectors, the position of the reflectors, so they're more evenly spaced out now on the you know, the header trailer here. I've added some an interactive control for the. Give me a second. Where is my Where is my thingy majiggy? There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, I've added an interactive control icon here, option for the this is called the move support, right? So you can actually put it up and down now with the simple or interactive control. At the back here, my friends, I've added a beacon light. Okay, added a beacon light, right? A little beacon light holder as well. I made some minor adjustments to some of these. So this is kind of, I guess, modder work. You know, most people won't know about this or notice it or care. But we've made some adjustments to the rear lights here. You know, just some minor things, kind of in Giant's editor. You know, just kind of bring it up to change it up a little bit. So you can see the skin job here on this. Look, I think this looks quite nice. You know, with the leaves and the paint job and everything. So if you look there, the handle looks green. Why does that handle look green? That's interesting. Why does that look green? Let me move this out of the way here a second. So we do have interactive control on the harvester here. The handle here is green as well. Why is that green? That is green. I don't know why that is. We are going to take a picture of that so I can remember it and just take a look at it offline. Should probably get the original again, just to make sure. Look at this one. That's the right color, look. So it's kind of a scratched metal color there on the handles. Okay. Now let us get another version. No. Let's get that one. Let's see what that looks like. That one is also green. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Why the handles are changing color. It seems to be the skin. That one is normal. Look at that one. Look. So that's a normal color there. Why is that changing that one, I wonder? That one is normal, and that one is a green color. I don't know why that would be. We'll have to take a look at that maybe and see why that would be happening. Nice catch, Richard. But yeah, there you go. So that's kind of a skin job on the Katana here. So, you know, if you had a little bit of, I guess, paint.net kind of skills, you could basically create your own skin, whatever you wanted, you know. Insert your own picture or whatever, you know. I thought it was something nice, something different. I've added some new i3D elements into the engine area here as well. So down at the bottom here, there's a new, basically there's some new chrome piping here, metallic piping here at the bottom. So I've been adding and doing a bit of work on the internal engine area here myself. So basically the Katana here, as I said, it's work in progress. There just isn't enough to warrant a public release yet. So once it gets a lot more kind of features and new stuff kind of added to the mod, then we'll look at maybe releasing another version 1.3 of the Katana. But that is going to be a ways off yet, my friends. So as I said, I have a couple of workers here plowing away. I've got this dude here, he's picking up stones. Looks like he's missed bits as well. I don't know what the hell this guy has done. Okay, whatever. So I guess what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll look at why we're here. So this is a PC only mod from Connect Modding. Now I have left a link in the description where you can download this directly from Connect Modding, which is basically the Google Drive link. And I've also left a link for his website. Now it is in Spanish, just to be aware of that, but your browser should auto-translate it. So my guess is, my assumption would be that Connect Modding submitted this to the Mod Hub, and it was rejected by Giants. I'll guess the primary reason is the poly count. So the poly count is basically the number of triangles that makes up a 3D model. Giants have a poly count limit of around 250,000, roughly. They will make some allowances for certain mods, but they're kind of set, kind of a standard for the mod hub is 250,000, and that's primarily because of consoles. You know what I mean? High poly count models for console especially would be troublesome, from a performance standpoint. So this particular 3D model here has a poly count of 653,000 polygons, which is substantial. It's it's almost triple what Giants would normally allow. But the reason it's such a high poly count 3D model is because it's extremely well detailed. The level of detailing, the level of 3D modeling, and the level of attention, the detailing, the work is very, very impressive. So Connect Modding have done a very, very nice job. My only kind of issue with the mod, I'm not a huge fan of how he has designed these hoses. I mean, if we compare them to, no, I have not looked at the Horsch pack, just to be aware of that. I have not seen this pack. So let me just, if I can find something with skinned hoses, I may be able to give you kind of a more of an idea of what I'm talking about here. This is it. Look at this. It's exactly what I'm looking for. What? What the deuce? Why did you stop, worker? So basically, I've just been kind of preparing this field here. I don't ask me why. I just felt like doing it. So I'm gonna put that back on a worker again. So he's working away. Now let us get a tractor. So we have the Kubota DLC, obviously. So this is the M7 or the M8, I should say. I don't use the Kubota DLC that much, if I'm perfectly honest. Nothing wrong with the DLC. You know, there's nothing wrong with Kubota equipment. It's just I guess the horsepower just isn't there, even with the top model. You know. Just 1 second there, guys. I need to. Excuse me. I do apologize. My throat has been very dry of late. Dry coughing. So yeah, this is the from the Horsch DLC. Just get an idea of some of the hosing that maybe Giants do. Ooh. It's my first time looking at this mod, I have to admit. Very nice. Nice, smooth animations. Very nice. There you go. So yeah, these are kind of the hoses that I'm talking about. Right. So you see the way those hoses are done there. Just visually, I think the hoses look better in the way they've been designed. So my guess would be that some elements of this mod are probably from Farming Simulator 19, maybe even 17, but most certainly 19. So you know, I guess that's my only kind of complaint, is I think the hosing here, the white hosing, could probably have been done a little bit better, a little bit more modernized. Even the hosing down here, you know, these look like older style textures. See that? Whereas the you know, the kind of the Giants Kubota, or the you know, the kind of the more modern Giants one would look a little bit different. But it is a very, very detailed and highly, you know, high poly count and a highly detailed 3D model. And she hooks up and she has all your hydraulics and electrics. As I said, the poly count in this thing is 653,000, which is very, very substantial. The seek, so it's a I believe it's a planter. We'll probably just look just in case. I believe it's a planter. It is, yeah. It's the CaseIH. So this is the fast riser, the 6161. It holds 5,440 liters of seed. No fertilizer or no liquids. 27.6 tons. She's a heavy boy. 470 horsepower required, but she is massive at 27.5 meters. Very, very big piece of equipment. 7 mph working speed, which is kind of standard, really. But she is a big boy, a big girl. Very, very substantial size. So you're going to get your fields done pretty damn quickly with something like this. So we'll unfold it. It takes a while for this to unfold. He does have sound schemes associated with the folding and unfolding animations. I will shut up and let you listen to this. Now, I have I have noticed some issues, weirdness with this piece of equipment in terms of the way it folds and unfolds. So you can kind of see that there. Now that'll kind of settle down once you lower it. No, unfold. Okay, lower. So I've been, you know, kind of driving around with this thing, you know, going to various fields and stuff like that. I've noticed some issues where when it's driving over the terrain fields, that it will get stuck. There's something, I'm not quite sure what it is, but there's something kind of off with this thing. I don't know, there's just kind of it's a little bit kind of, even the kind of the folding and unfolding animations, it's a little bit jerky. I think the word I'm looking for is a little bit jerky, you know. And it seems to be so if I start driving, see that, look, see the way it's stopping, see the way it's getting caught and stuff, look. See that? So just driving, basically, it keeps getting like it's getting stuck in the ground, you know. And I don't know what is causing that. I think it's something to do with the wheels and the physics, the wheel physics or something, you know. Now, you know, this is a very flat surface. There's no way that this should be catching and stopping like this. And not all of the wheels are making contact with the ground as well. So the inner two wheels, as you can see there, look, they're raised off the ground. But they actually seem to be spinning as when you're driving as well, which they really shouldn't be, because they're not making contact with the ground. But there is some kind of weirdness and oddities with this mod. Some of the I don't know what it is, but maybe the wheel physics or something like that. You know, it's a little bit temperamental, a little bit janky, I think. And she kind of wobbles a bit as well, you know. But it is a huge, massive planter and that type of thing. But yeah, the actual quality of the 3D model is very, very nice. Okay. Lower it. Now let me just lift this again. So you would think, right? So you have all these are all the you know, the arms for the, you know, all the cedars and that type of thing, you know. So you would think that all these individual parts would be separated and that they would all individually move and be sprung, you know, move up and down, that type of thing. But that doesn't seem to be the case though. Not from my testing, at least, anyways. So you put her down. So this field is ploughed. Okay. Now let's see if there's any animations on the blowers or anything. So look what's happening here with the wheels. Look. There's something wrong with the wheel physics here. These should not be spinning like this. Here as well, look. So those wheels should not be turning. I don't know if there's a fan or something in here. So you can see kind of the level of detail this guy has done. You know, it's very, very high quality stuff, like. With all the tubing, the hosing, and all the various material types and colours. I don't know if these open at the top here. Let's just see if they do. It does. So he's got sounds even on the animations for these. That is awesome. That is awesome. That's a fantastic sound scheme. Brilliant. Well done, sir. Well done. That's terrific. So, turn it on again. Oh. So it's got some kind of a blower, fan blower thingy here. I don't know if it has an actual fan though. Certainly doesn't look like it. Oh, crap. Right, let's start seeding with this thing. So I'm going to put this on a worker in a second, and we're going to take a look at it. So 27.5 meters is massive. You know, there shouldn't be any, you know, large fields. Certainly, this is very much designed for a, you know, large fields, with such a, you know, a huge working width in this thing. So let's take a look at this thing. So there are some animations in terms of the parts here at the back, but they all seem to be grouped together. They're not each of these, you know, these sections here. They're not individually sprung. If you kind of get what I mean here. And I would have thought for, you know, for such a large piece of equipment with such a high poly count, I would have expected each of these boxes to be individually have individual animations and that type of thing, you know. So it's a little bit disappointing from that perspective in terms of this mod here. So I just want to show you then, I guess, how kind of giants would do it. So we shall fill. Let's see how giants have done their particular mod. Right, so she's lowering. Put it down. Turn it on. Fire worker. So when you look at this one, each of these boxes are independently moving. They're individual. They have their own animation, and they move up and down independently. Right. Now they kind of go in a sequence, as you can see, you know. But you know, each individual section here has its own, you know, individual, you know, animation. So I would have just thought with a machine such as this, for such a large, substantial poly count, that this machine would have done the same thing, but unfortunately it doesn't. But having said that, it is not a bad mod at all. It's very nice. But it is free, and you can download it. It's for PC only, and you might want to maybe visit Connect Modding and that type of thing, and maybe check it out. I think it's a good mod, but it's got a few little issues, I think. So just be aware of that. The driving, when you're driving with this thing, it's a little bit finicky, I guess would be the word I would use. But overall, I think it is a very, very nice looking mod. And it's got some nice animations and stuff like that, and sound schemes. She is a bit of a beast, There we go. So that is that. I guess what we'll so I've been testing the Katana here. So I had not realized, my friends, that the Katana here by default was able to chop all sorts of different crop types. So for example, if I go up here, so this is sorghum. It is not in a ready to harvest state yet, but it will actually chop the crops here, which is awesome. So as I said, I didn't realize that the base game forage harvester headers actually have the capability of, so they can do corn, they can do wheat, oat, canola, sorghum, sunflowers, and I'm not sure what the other symbol is, but most of the base game crops can be done with the forage harvester headers. So I wasn't quite aware of that, but yeah. So in the real world, my friends, what they would do is, in the game, you can actually, so if I set this to sunflowers, right? If I set it to ready to harvest, okay. Now you see there that the crop is, brown, right? So the crop is way past its kind of expiration date in terms of for chaffing, right? So what I'm trying to say is, in the real world, you would not be able to. There would be no point to chop your crop for chaff in this kind of state. You basically, for optimal yield and that type of thing, you would want to chop it when it's in a green leafy state. So for example, once again, you would set it to growing state 6 when it's nice and green and leafy, and then you would be able to chaff it for silage and that type of thing. So just be aware of that. That's kind of a little a Giants engine bug. For some reason, the Giants allow it to be chopped for chaff when it's ready to harvest state. So maybe Giants should probably change that or something. That is the way the game is at the moment, anyways, at least. So I don't have anything in the folder, my friends. Nothing at all. This is a mod that came out on, I don't know, Thursday or Friday. These are weeders. They look quite nice. Pottinger Rotocares. You get 6.6 8 meter, and you get a 12.4, which is pretty good, bloody good. 160 horsepower only as well, you know. It's a good looking piece of kit. I don't know where this came from or what it's based on, but it looks really, really nice. The Pottinger rotor care. So yeah, that's on the mod hub. I believe it's for all platforms, as far as I'm aware. My game Steam has released the public version of the Mercedes-Benz here. So this is not public. I guess the only thing kind of different in the kind of the versions that I showed previously is the so in this kind of configuration here, you have the livestock bed. Now I've showed this off before with the kind of the oak wood, but we added a new shop option. Excuse me. We added a new shop option where you can select the wood type. So you have oak, you have kind of a fir, F-I-R, fir, and you have a beech wood or beech kind of effect. So there's your three trucks here with the different types of kind of wood effect. So you have this one here, you have this one here, and you have this one here. So 3 different kind of wood paneling designs, I guess. Everything else remains the same in terms of, you know, the preview of the mod that I did last weekend. So it's identical. You know, there's nothing new or different about it. So just be aware of that. My driving is appalling as usual. So you can't harvest in that state because this field, so the growth state is not sufficient. What is this? Oh, and it's cotton. That makes sense. Yeah, you can't harvest cotton, obviously, with a forage harvester. That is not a thing. That is not a thing, my friends. So we shall drive down and we'll get our comfort support wheel. I'm driving the Katana 1050 variant, 1047 horsepower. So this is our new designed comfort support wheel. So see these warning things here. Let me change the pattern on these. I'm not a big fan of how they're kind of looks at the moment, so I wanted to kind of change them up. But yeah, so you know, you basically just hook up to this thing. So that's your support wheel there. So what you would do is you would lower it, obviously, and then you would just drive on the road with it like this. That is what she looks like, my friends. So we have interactive control here as well. Nice fast speed, 31 mph. A bit of a beast at driving, and she has a excuse me. I do apologize. Yeah, so pretty good at, you know, once she gets to top speed and stuff like that, she, you know, kind of do donuts with this thing, you know. She kind of slides around. I like the driving physics of this thing. You know, I think she drives pretty well, you know. So go out on the open road here and maybe, you know, she drives like a bloody car, this thing. Not too shabby, I like it. Beeper. So you've seen me show this mod off before, so you know exactly what this thing is. So I don't know, I don't think we could realistically add any more to this mod in terms of the interior. There's a couple of things that maybe could be added. As I said, up here you might be able to add a storage box up here, right? So we'd have a simple or an interactive control animation where you could open the so this is in the real world, this is a storage compartment. Cecil, how the hell are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, appreciate that. I hope you're doing well, sir. In the real world here, you're able to, so this buddy seat area here, you're able to actually flip this up, and there's a chiller compartment under the seat, you know, for, you know, drinks or snacks or whatever, you know. That would require taking the you know, the 3D model apart, and you would have to separate out the buddy seat and do all the animations and that type of thing. And it's a lot of work, you know. I don't know if it would be worth it, you know, that level of 3D modeling, whatever. So that is kind of the latest beta build of the Katana here. So we're working on this at the moment. You know, it's going to be a while before 1.3 is out. You know, there just isn't enough there yet to warrant a you know, a public release. You know, it just needs more stuff, I guess, added to it. You know. So, you know, with each release, you know, I want each version to be substantially different to the other one, you know, to make it worthwhile for people to download it. After you'll see modders and whatever, you know, they'll release a mod with only a few little changes, and it does get annoying, you know, if you have to re-download the same mod over and over again to keep up, you know, with the latest version. So I prefer to have something more, you know, substantial in terms of the you know, each kind of revision, I guess. So as I said, the comfort support wheel, this is brand new. So this will be you know, in version 1.3 eventually. We have some more interactive control stuff here as well. This is in the real world. This is where your silage additive tank would be. So 215 liters. So in the real world again, you have your diesel and you have your def, and I believe as well this holds water. PC. So you're gonna just gonna wipe it, do a fresh install. You know, I do that sometimes. You know, if I feel like my PC is getting a bit slow, I'll go to the Microsoft website and download the latest version of their, you know, Windows 11 or Windows 10, whatever. And you know, I'll make a you know, a USB flash drive, and then I'll just, you know, install a fresh copy of the operating system, that type of thing. You know, sometimes it's good to do that. You know, it depends on what stuff you have on there and whether you can afford, you know, the downtime, and that, you know, some people can't do that. You know, but I tend to keep my PC relatively lean and mean, I guess, you know. So this is what the engine, the internal engine here looks like as well, the spinning fan and that type of thing. You have this section here here as well. So you guys have seen me show all this off before. You know what it looks like. You've got the grease add-on up here as well. So I don't have much in terms of mods. I tend, as I said, I tend to only download mods when I need them, you know. I know some people out there, you know, they'll download hundreds of mods. That's, you know, I just find that, you know, it's more difficult to find stuff if you have, you know, hundreds of mods installed, you know. So we have Oxbo next week. So as you may or may not know, Giants did rebrand the Ploger to Oxbo. See that look? So this was before the last patch. This was called Ploger. The folder is still called Ploger though, which is interesting. They didn't rename the folder. I don't know why, but so yeah, she's now Oxbo. So yeah, we're going to be getting some new stuff from Oxbo Tuesday week, and public previews. You know, DJ Goham and the usual suspects will be doing. You know, they'll be doing mods. To be fair to Giants, I had a look at. So I still have the original Ploger. You know, before Giants updated it, and I compared them side by side. You know, Giants actually have. You know, it's not just a decal change. Terms of the Oxbo here. So Giants did actually go over the 3D model and they did update it and they added some stuff and fixed some stuff, you know, from the original Ploger mod. So just be aware of that, you know, it is actually, it's not just sticking, you know, Oxbo decals on the side. You know, Giants, you know, have actually gone over the 3D model and they've added and fixed some stuff. Yeah, I like the Oxbo stuff. They've got some good stuff in the real world, you know, and I think it's going to be a good addition to the game once it comes out. You are getting a new GPU. Yeah, absolutely. It's always a wise idea to you know, if you're getting a new piece of hardware, you might as well you know put a I don't know what your skills are PC wise, but you know, if I was getting a new graphics card, I'd probably take out the CPU cooler, clean out, you know, put fresh thermal paste in there, clean out the, you know, the CPU cooler and fan and that type of thing, and air dust and blow it off and that type of stuff. Clean the fans, you know, because you know all sorts of shit gets in there over time, you know. So it's probably a good idea to maybe, you know, dust off once in a while, you know. So as I said, I don't have anything, my friends, in terms of mods. I've got all the DLCs. As I said, I have not even looked at the Horsch Aggravation Pack. I have no idea about this thing. I mean, in the real world, like this Cura 24 ST, this is not a weeder in the real world. This is a... I don't know what it would be... what the correct term would be, but basically it would kind of just you know, toss up you know, aggravate or whatever the topsoil, you know. It wouldn't be a weeder in the real world, you know. What you would do is after you harvest the field, you'd use a machine like this to just to kind of mix up and chop up the, you know, the kind of the leaves and that type of thing, you know, after the harvest, you know. But it wouldn't be used as a weeder. But for whatever reason, Giants have chosen to make it a weeder. But it's not like that in the real world. No, I've got so much bloody equipment here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing even. So we've got the little Kubota here. What is this idiot doing? I don't know. Whatever. I'll let him do it. I'm not going to keep this game save anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm not doing anything, you know, in particular, my friends. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of faffing about, to be perfectly honest. So I'm not doing anything farming or harvesting or anything. I'm just having a look around, basically. Some of the sound schemes for the horse stuff I heard are very good. Lovely animations. Great job with the animations. Now this thing is what, 24 meters or something? She's a bit of a big girl. Is she taking out the weeds, I think? It is not, because yeah, it's not taking out the weeds on this particular field. Do we have any fields with weeds, I wonder? Do we have anything with weeds? Field. Do we have anything? Field. Here we go. Field 77 has something. Let's go down there. Let's go to field 77. As I said, I've not even looked at the Horsch DLC. I haven't looked at the Horsch aggravation map. There's not really too much of interest there for me, to be perfectly honest. Let's see what this weeder looks like. Do we have weeds? We do. Okay, so they should be good to go. Now I've got the wrong tractor because I've got crop destruction on, but whatever. Now if I hire a worker, yeah, it's working, and now it needs plowing, of course. Oh no, you idiot! God damn it! There we go. Yeah, so it is actually working. So yeah, we are getting crop destruction, of course. Should have put care wheels on this thing, but I don't think there are many tractors care wheels, not big tractors anyways. Yeah, maybe, you know, and it's probably a good idea to save your files on an external USB or something in case something happens, you know. Maybe update the BIOS on your motherboard as well. You could do that. Download all the latest drivers, that type of thing. You know, I have everything ready on a flash drive. So when you put the new PC together, you've got everything up to date and fresh and everything, and you just go rock and roll. Get the latest graphics drivers, you know, the usual stuff. So yeah, this is the Horsch aggravation stuff. So I've not looked at this yet. It's my first time seeing this stuff. Obviously, I have the season pass. A lot of detail, you know, typical of Giants. You know, they do have access to the 3D CAD files from Horsch, so you know, their stuff is going to be pretty bloody accurate. You know? All the hosing, tubing, the decals, all these tines and everything. It's got the Horsch Connect sensor on this thing. It does, look. So that's the Horsch Connect sensor. See that there? So basically this thing here, this box thing, so this would communicate with the you know, the tractor, you know, to send data and that type of thing, you know. So that's what that is. It's called the Horsch Connect. So all very, very nice. It is typical of Giant's software. Yeah, I've got the season two pass. Although I do think some people were kind of screwed by the new offer that Giants made with the kind of the premium edition, where you got season 1 and season 2 in a kind of a pack, and it was like substantially cheaper. So I think maybe very nice. People who maybe bought, you know, the season pass from the get-go kind of got a little screwed, but you know, that's kind of the way it is. So yeah, that's the Horsch Weeder, the Cura. Very nice. Not a bad piece of kit at all. Good quality stuff, as one would expect it to be. Do I have anything else? I'll show you this. This is based off 3D CAD files. No, this isn't Giants or anything. This is an Australian modder. So, Barber Engineering are an Australian company. They manufacture chaser bins, auger bins, mother bins. Obviously, with Australia, they have massive farms. You know, 10,000, 20,000 acre farms, whatever, you know. So yeah, they need big bins. Their mother bins are very, very substantial. I've seen one of their mother bins, it goes up to 180 tons. This particular one is a little bit more kind of a conventional, I guess, mother bin. Or, sorry, chaser bin, auger bin, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, she's 45 tons. So she's 45,000 litres, 10.4 tons. I put the horsepower rating on this thing for 250 tons. You got some wheel options: Michelin, Continental, Mitas. In the Michelin, we get Cargo X, Mega X, and so we get different design tires depending on your. We've got this firefighter option here. This is an option I added myself. See this thing. You know, in the real world, these bins do have a risk of, you know, going on fire. You know, high temperatures in Australia, and you're dealing with combustible materials in terms of the crops and everything. So yeah, they'd have a kind of a firefighter option here to you know, in case they go on fire for whatever reason. We have an oversized sign on the back as well, so you can put that on there. I added the license plate. I tested this on an Australian map, and I was able to add an Australian license plate to that map. So yeah, it does actually work. There's a prefab on the mod for an Australian license plate. So what I did, as I said, what I did was I added the prefab to the mod Australian map, and it works perfectly. But we're on Elm Creek, so that's why it's showing up here. So the guy who made this mod here, no, it comes as a pack, different size mother bins, you know. Basically, I just wanted the largest one, so I deleted the rest of the mod, you know, and just kept the largest size mother bin. Barber Engineering is not a brand that I've seen before. Because it was based on CAD files, obviously it's you know, very high quality. So I made it its own separate thing, you know, that type of way. She's a big girl though. 10.4 tons, you know, she ain't small around. Just go over here and we'll take a look at this. All the decals on this thing are original. You know, all these these pictures decals, they're all based on the real world. These are windows, so there is glass in them, hydraulics and everything. Got your lubrication grease here. So you have your license plate, you have your lights, you have your decals and logos. You got your oversized bin inside. Your firebox, fire extinguisher. You can open the tarp and that type of thing. So I've got all the sound schemes for this. I did these myself because the original modder didn't have them. You know, the tarp sounds and everything. But it's a very nice animation. So if you look inside here, you've got the screw in here, look. You've got the hydraulics and that type of thing. You've got obviously the pipe. I added the sound schemes for this pipe. The mod, you know, the modder didn't have these sound schemes, you know, with it, so I put these in myself. The pipe light, I added the pipe light as well. That was missing. You can also do the nose. So I added a sound scheme for the nose as well. It won't work without the engine. The lights. The usual stuff here. It's got a beacon light as well, look. It's you know, it's an auger bin. You know what I mean? There's nothing. It doesn't do anything that other auger bins are. You know, but it's a different brand. You know, it's Barber Engineering. It's based on a real world piece of equipment. The modder, as I said, he had access to the CAD files from the manufacturer, and it looks great. So that's why I kind of kept it. You know. So that is that one there. And yeah. So you know, this mod is out there on the quote unquote dodgy websites. Now it's not going to be like my one. So I've made my own kind of private copy of this thing. Because you know, I did my own kind of thing with it. But you know, the full pack, I guess, is out there. It's over 100 megabytes though. Whereas my copy is like 40 megabytes, you know, because I optimized it, I guess is the word. And I guess that's really kind of it. I ain't got nothing else, my friends, you know. Just the usual DLCs. I guess the Horsch. So this is a mod from my game stream. I've showed this off before. The Horsch, the Roush Axis H. Right, so this is from the Horsch aggravation pack from 19. So we brought it to 22, modernized it, added things like the added a lot of wheel options, that type of thing. Added sound schemes for everything. We gave it a spit and polish, you know. 3D tracks. Created these mud flaps with the Horsch logos. I said added multiple kind of options. We have lots of wheel options now. Look. So we got the Kamsa tracks, BKTs, Trelleborg, Continental, Michelin. I've got different white, you know, standard and white tires, you know, that type of thing. You know, narrow tires for, you know. I prefer the crawler version. Design options, then we can put the Horsch Connect. So we actually made, well, my games team made her. He made his own version of the Horsch Connect. So this is the kind of the. So you got the Horsch Connect, you got the beacon light, and then you have nothing. So that's some options we added there. Warning signs. You can put the 20 on that. Look, you can change it up. The Horsch decal. This is nice as well. You can change the Horsch design to the decal. This is kind of an old and new type of decal design that you can put on this thing. Reflectors. Oh yeah, there's a couple of reflectors here at the bottom. Um, main color, rim colors. So obviously in the wheels you'll have the color options, you know, and the license plate as well. So where is that damn thing? So yeah, it's the Horsch here. I believe someone is working on the Horsch, you know, the Horsch pack from 19. I believe someone is bringing that pack to 22. Like everything is being brought forward. But you know, I've always liked this sprayer. One of the things that we did with this sprayer, so this does lime and fertilizer, right? So this is 42 meters. Right, look, so she's 10,000 liters lime and fertilizer, 42 meter, and it's got the it's going to be, you know, variable working width and everything, you know. So it's all been brought up to you know, all the 22 standards and everything. Just be aware of that, like. Give it a little bit of squirt, maybe. You can see it in action. It says the new beacon types on this. Oh! Bad driving, bad driving. So we added sound schemes for everything. So the cover here. Even the tracks here. Right. And the move support here as well. So everything has been added to it. You know, you have to bring, if you're porting a mod from 19 to 22, you have to bring it to, you know, Giant's, you know, 22 standards. And we added the license plate as well. So I can fill this here. So you can put lime or fertilizer in this, 10,000. So she is 42 meter working width. We've got the variable width thingy. If I remember how to do it, that is. There we go, look. So she goes down to 15 meter and then 42. Alright. And the usual stuff, you know. And you can do that with fertilizer as well. And we'll, if I can push the right bloody buttons, that is, there we go. So there you go. That's the, so this is from My Games Team. So the Horsch Route Axis. Available from mods.mygamesteam.com. It's a PC only mod. ADub Modding actually is working on this, you know, the Horsch Route here. So he's hoping to bring it to you know, the consoles, you know, all platforms. He's been working on this for a while now. But he's going to do his own version of it, you know, that type of thing. So yeah, so in one form or another, you know, all those kind of Horsch mods from 19 will eventually come to 22. I have no doubt. But, I personally like this one, and that's kind of why My Games Team brought it to 22. And we have a slowdown animation as well. So if I turn this off, see the way the spinners look? They take time to stop spinning. Look. That's kind of realistic as well, they wouldn't stop on a dime in the real world, it would take time. So yeah, so you can kind of do that with the XML there. And that is kind of the Horsch, the Roush axis. Not a bad piece of kit. And you might want to check that one out. So yeah, if you want to go and check out mods.mygamesteam.com, or link in the description, my friends, for Connect Modding. He's got some nice stuff. He's got a lot of Mod Hub mods as well, Might want to check him out and that type of thing. So I really don't have that much else, my friends, to contribute or say. As I said, this is kind of an unplanned, unscheduled or scheduled stream. And I was just kind of messing about, basically. So, my friends, we have been streaming now for an hour and 11 minutes. I think that's probably a good time to call it. So, my friends, I'm going to say thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hopefully that passed away for an hour, or maybe you learned something or not, or you could see my poor driving and farming skills. Who knows? But for right now, my friends, we're going to say thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.